Hello and welcome, it's Jennifer McGuire. I'm excited for two reasons today. First, I'm going to give you some information about a great card drive that you can participate in with lots of prizes. And also, I have a guest for you. Haven't done a guest video in some time, and today I'm really excited to introduce you to Ricky Bromero. Ricky and I have become good friends, and I am constantly inspired by his big heart, his energy, and his creativity. He's going to give you some ideas today for taking your stamps and dies and giving them a new look by adding little doodles. It reminds me of line art like used in tattoos, and I think it's really inspiring. So before we get started with his video, I'm just going to show you a few of his cards that I grabbed off his Instagram so you can see his fun, colorful style. While I'm showing these cards, I thought I'd talk to you about the card drive that he's doing. This card drive is for Wild Hearts, which is a nonprofit organization that helps animals with mobility issues and supports their families. All you need to do is make some handmade cards and send them to Ricky, and then you will be eligible for a bunch of great prizes, including like $100 gift cards to some of our favorite stores. So I encourage you to participate. This is a great way to do some good and maybe win a prize too. I will have a link below to all the information about the card drive, along with links to all of Ricky's social media. So let's get started with this project. Here's Ricky.
Hi everyone, this is Ricky from Bromero Cards, and I am so excited to be here on Jennifer's channel today. I've been making cards for about 5 years now, and I never thought that I would actually be on her channel. I can't believe it. It's so exciting. Thank you very much, Jennifer, for having me, and I really appreciate it. So on today's video, you are going to see me make a card using some lines and dots and dies, kind of like a tattoo kind of inspired card. Really all you need is a stamp pad, and some pins, and a ruler, or anything that's a circle. I use dies in this video, but you could use anything from cups to rulers, anything straight lined. You make it your own, you could do what you need. You could also use any kind of inks for this, so it's not necessarily a requirement that you have to have everything that I have today in this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that. And then the second part, I'm also just gonna showcase kind of the same technique, but in a bullet journal or a planner, so that you can kind of make it your own and decorate it the way that you would like. So sit back and relax and enjoy this video. Again, thank you very much, Jennifer McGuire. I really appreciate it. You do a bunch of stuff in our community. You're an awesome person. You share all your kindness with everyone, and it does not go unnoticed. And I truly thank you for everything that you do. So let's get started with the video. Okay, so here are the items we're going to be using to make this card today. We're just going to be using some Altenew stamps and Altenew dies. You can use any stamp set that you want. I tend to like florals with this. So you're going to need a T ruler. We're going to be using the Paint a Flower Daffodil by Altenew. We're going to be using some white and black cardstock. And it doesn't really matter what you use what you have. I'm going to use these Fine Frames diamond dies, but you could use squares, circles, diamonds, hexagons, whatever you would like. And then we also have some circles we're going to be using. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this stamped onto the white piece of paper. It doesn't matter what ink you use this for. You can use a colored ink if you'd like. I just chose to use black because I'm going to be using black markers. And also you could use any color markers, any colored pencils, anything that you would like to use on this. You kind of want to use something that does have fine lines though. So Copic markers probably wouldn't be good unless you had like the fine lines like I have here. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this first one down. And basically I'm just going to take my marker here and I'm just going to trace this diamond. And anywhere where it meets the plant, I'm going to skip over. And we're just going to complete that whole diamond. You could go over the leaves and stuff if you wanted to. I don't think I would like that look myself, but you can make this any way that you want to. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And in fact, if you just wanted to do this and color the flowers, it would be beautiful. You could just leave it like that. It's amazing. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and pull out some of the round dies, and we're just going to use another pen here. Again, it could be any one that you would like to use. And on this one, I'm going to go through the diamond, but I'm not going to go through any of the leaves. So I'm just going to put some little dashes along the floral part there. And I'm going to use the same die, and I'm just going to put a circle at the top. And you're going to see that I only put it through the top, and I don't chase it in the middle, or trace it in the middle, because I want it to be behind the diamond. The next thing we're going to do is pull out a smaller diamond, and we're just going to pretty much do the exact same thing. And we're just going to put it off to the left there. I need to get the smaller one. So here we go. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want this diamond to be. And I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the other one. I am skipping around the petals because I want this diamond to look like it's behind the flower. So that's what I'm going to do with this as well. And then the next area, we're just going to put a couple more circles here. I'm using a smaller die. Again, you could use anything from like a shot glass, a cup. You could use your wedding ring. You could use anything that's round to place circles on this. It doesn't have to be a die. It could just pretty much a quarter, a dime, a nickel. You could use any of those items. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to put another circle, and I'm going to put that through like it's on top of the diamond. And then that'll complete all the shapes I'm going to add to this. The next thing we're going to start doing is filling this in. And this is where it could be fun. You get to make it your own. You could do whatever your heart desires on this because it's your piece. You could do lines, you could do dots, you could do swerves. It's kind of like a Zentangle situation here. So basically what I'm going to do is use my T-ruler, and I'm just going to do lines across this circle. Now, as you can see, apparently I need a new T-ruler because I have a gouge in mine. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, we're going to go all the way through this circle with this. So as we finish this, I'm going to speed it up a little bit just so we can get through it. The next thing we're going to do is some dots, and I'm just taking different markers that I have that have different size nibs, and I'm just placing dots all within these circles. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I just put dots wherever I feel like they need to be had. The next thing we're going to do is some more lines here, and I'm just going to keep it on the inside of the one diamond and not go through the circle through the bottom or through the circle through the top. This is a way that you can make it interesting. You can do it like the thirds rule. So you could do it in thirds if you'd like. You can pretty much do it any way that you want to. Seriously, this is pretty much used to relax and just chill out and not have to worry about getting your colors right or shading or anything like that. You just draw until you're done, and when you're done, you're done. Sometimes I do go overboard, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even leave anything blank. But you know what? It was an hour of doodling. I wasn't stressed. It was awesome. So I ended up loving them. And if you don't like them, you can always turn them into a postcard and send them to someone else. Someone's going to find it beautiful. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, right? So, and that's okay. We're still going to do some more dots here. Adding several other dots in different locations. I added some to the leaves here because, they're outside that circle. I thought it would be nice. It'd be a nice contrast. And here I decided to go ahead and like cross-hatch these. I believe that's what that's called. But yeah, and that's what I have going on here. I'm going over the little berries so that you can see them through the crosshatch. And that's the completed panel. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to pull in my bullet journal real quick and just show you. You could use this just in your bullet journal, just like this. You don't have to color it. You can glue it in, and that's fine. So what we're going to do is actually make this into a card, though. So I'm going to trim this down to be about, I think it's 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just using my Tim Holtz trimmer here. And then once we get that cut down, we're going to go ahead and get the black cardstock pulled out here so we can make sure it fits and everything's fine. Then we're going to go ahead and get this glued onto the black cardstock. And now we're going to go ahead and get this glued onto the card base, which is cut at 4¼ by 5½, or 4¼ by 11, and then folded at 5½. It's a top folding card. And now we're going to go ahead and put a sentiment inside this. We're going to use the Hero Art Sympathy set. This is like one of my first stamp sets I believe I ever owned. So it's a little sentimental to me. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this put into the card. And I'm just going to simply stamp this in. Nothing special, nothing fancy. Oh, there's my head. You know, when I got to get things even, I got to get my head into the screen here. And as you can see, my head was a little dry because I actually had a sunburn. So it's gross. Ooh, sorry, but you know, it happens. And then we're just going to go ahead and get this stamped in. Now, I wanted to show you guys a technique using a folder or a cellophane sleeve here that my friend Magali sent to me. She sent me a card this way, but I wanted to show this to you guys because I thought it was genius for cards that have sentiments on the inside, especially if you tend to give these away, donate them, sell your cards. This is a nice way of people being able to see the sentiment without opening the bag, because we all know that's annoying when people are like touching the card and all that great stuff. So as you can see here, it's genius. I've never seen this before, and I'm so glad that she actually showed it to me. I really appreciate it, Magali, and you know, she said I was allowed to show this, so I decided to go ahead and do that today. And so here you go. You have a card that folds, and then when you open it up, it shows the sentiment, and then the envelope's on the inside, so there's no reason for the person to open up the card. So thank you very much, Magali. I really appreciate that. You can follow her on Instagram by searching for Maggie Makes, MAGYMAKES. Check her out. She has some really good cards. And now we're going to switch lanes a little bit. We're actually going to be working in a bullet journal or a planner. And this is what I have for the month of August. Actually, the little bird is from another follower who actually sent me a card. And oh my gosh, can you hear my dogs? Anyway, the dogs are out of the room, so we're going to go ahead and get started in the bullet journal here, and I'm going to show you how to make it kind of your own. If you're not a drawer or a person that can think of like ideas, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. Basically, I'm just using some jelly roll pens. I'm going to use some black cardstock because we're going to cut this die out with the black cardstock. So we're going to go ahead and get this peeled off and go ahead and get it taped down to the black cardstock so that we could go ahead and get it through the die cutting machine. I'm just using some low tack tape here so that we can make sure it stays onto the die, or yeah, it stays onto the paper, and then we're going to put it through the die cutting machine, and then here we are. It's me taking it out. It's a little intricate, so make sure you use your metal shim when you do this. And then we're going to go ahead and get all the little pieces popped out. It wasn't too bad. Not too many there. You know, just a bunch of little pieces. It's not too bad. Now that we have those little pieces out, we're going to go ahead and get this placed into the bullet journal. And basically, I'm just going to lay this out here. I'm going to put it in the corner because I'm going to use it as a monthly spread. So on this side, I'm going to be putting all the things that I need to do for the month on that page, on the page where the flowers are. And then the other side is just going to be like the announcement of the actual bullet journal. So here I'm going to put glue all over the die here. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and get this placed into the bullet journal. And you just want to make sure this is pressed down pretty good and that it's dry before you start anything, because you don't want it to move while you're doing your little drawings and all that good stuff. So I just press it down a couple good times here. You could actually close it up if you wanted to make sure that, you know, everything was okay. So here comes the fun part, and this is all freehand, so don't feel like you have to be perfect because it's not meant to be perfect. I'm basically taking a green jelly roll pen here, and I'm drawing lines through the leaves. And as you can see, I'm doing it slowly. This is real time, so I want you guys to see, you know, how long it takes to do this. Again, this is used for me to relax and have a good time and not have to worry about anything being perfect or looking, you know, like it has to be like a Picasso painting or whatever. It's in my bullet journal. It's an art journal. It's my work journal. Like, I put all kinds of stuff in here, and I don't really, honestly, I don't really pay attention to what's in the journal other than what I'm putting in it. But I do want it to look nice when I open it up. So that's why I do this, and I like decorating it every now and then. And also, my coworkers are like, "Wow, that's like really nice," and it's not even that hard to do. So it's not anything crazy. And now we're going to go ahead and get this sped up a little bit because you don't want to watch this in real time. It would be rather boring, I believe. And of course, my dog's barking. So hope you didn't hear that. If you did, well, Azelle says hello. So we're going to go ahead and get these leaves finished, and we're just going to use the green here. And this is a little sparkly. You can't really tell through the video, but there is some shimmer in the ink here, which makes it look pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and get this finished up. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to work on the petals of the flowers. And we're going to do the same concept here, basically. We're going to take a color and we're going to make lines into the petals. And we're going to do different kinds of decorating. On this first one, I'm just going to do a bunch of dots. And this pen is interesting because it has gold and purple in it. So when you press it down, the gold goes to the outside of the dot. So it was pretty cool. And then what I'm going to do is take another purple pen and I'm just going to do smaller dots within that. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy or intricate. You could have just left the one dot if you wanted to, but I just wanted to add a little bit more depth to the flower. And I thought by just adding a few more dots here that are smaller, it would make it look a little fancier, I guess I would say, right? So now we're going to move over to the next flower. And we're going to do lines again also. This is a blue color. It also has some shimmer in it. And we're also going to be doing just freehand lines. And that's the best part about this technique is you don't have to worry about being perfect. I know a lot of times when we make cards, if it doesn't come out, we're like, oh, file 13, get rid of this. It's not perfect. But, in all honesty, there's no one makes perfect cards every time. Like a lot of the cards that I make for the card videos that I have, I pre-make them to make sure that I could do it correctly. It's rare that I'll make a card without having a plan already. So, and that's fine. You just do you do you. So we're going to go ahead and get this finished up. I'm going to do a couple more lines here. I'm not going to have you watch this whole thing because it's repetitive and you really don't need to see it over and over again on the same flower. I just kind of want to show you guys the other colors that we're using as well. And here we go. We're going to be finishing up this one, and then we're going to move over to the next flower where I don't make you watch the whole thing either. Like it's like no one wants to watch it that long, right? So same thing. We're just going to do some lines, and we're going to do different directions of lines as we go through. And now we're going to go ahead and finish up this flower. You can almost not see it on here. I'm glad that you were able to. I was a little zoomed in, I think. So, and then we have the last little area here, which you will be, oh, there we go. I brought it into frame for you. Oh, you're so lucky. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and finish up that flower, and then we're going to go ahead and put a sentiment in this because you want something that's going to inspire you. So I'm going to be using some paper smooches here. And it's fun and flirty, and I'm basically going to use a sentiment here that I find inspiring and that I want to look at as I'm opening up my bullet journal. I want to feel good when I'm doing this and be reminded of how awesome this is and how lucky I am to be alive and just experience the things that we're experiencing. So this is the end of the video. I want to thank you guys so much again for watching this video, and Jennifer McGuire for having me on. I really appreciate it. I hope you learned something new on this and something that's relaxing and a technique that's not stressful. So thank you very much, you guys. Have a great week. I really appreciate all of you, and thank you very much. Goodbye. Thank you everyone for viewing my video today. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you learned something new, and if you didn't, that's awesome too. I would really appreciate it if you'd head over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that little bell for notifications for when I have new videos come out. But I would also love for you to follow me over on Instagram by searching for Bromero Cards. You can see all the different cards that I make there, and it's truly an inspiring community over on Instagram. So I want to give thanks to Jennifer McGuire for allowing me to be on her channel today. I truly appreciate it. She is such a wonderful person, and I'm just honored to be on her channel today. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that you have a great day and a great week, and I hope to see you over on my channel soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks so much, Ricky. I appreciate the energy that you're adding to our industry. If you all aren't following Ricky yet, I encourage you to check out his YouTube, which I will link to at the end of this video. And then below in my description, I have links to all of his social media and to information on that card drive. Thank you for watching this. Please leave Ricky some love. He's definitely deserving. I'll see you again soon with another technique video, and thanks for watching.